Hi, it's Tuesday, November 10th, and I'm Bhikkhuni Vimala, or Ayya Vimala, or Bhikkhuni, coming to you from northern Illinois in Crystal Lake, outside of Woodstock, which is where Blue Lotus Temple is. And looks like later today we'll be getting some rain, so I have my entire bunch of squirrels outside sort of feasting, trying to get every little crumb before it's too late, before it starts raining. I had a message from a dear friend of Blue Lotus whose mom is in the hospital with COVID-19, and it's not looking good this morning. And so I'd like to dedicate our time together today to Patty Erickson's mom, Laverne, and I'd like us to meditate and all breathe with Patty and her family and with her mom, and just feel that every breath you take, you're with Laverne, you're with Patty, and her son and daughter, and her husband, her other family members. And just we can be with her with each breath, because I know when I even got the message, because we've been in touch over the last few days, I could feel my breath. It took my breath away. I had that feeling, and I thought all I can do right now is just keep breathing for her. And she's taken very good care of her mom, and she's been aware that this might happen. Her mom is about the same age as my mom, so we share our mom stories, and I feel like I should know Patty's mom. If I don't know if I'd recognize her, but I've heard lots of wonderful stories about her and what a strong woman she is and what a loving person she is. So I know last night the monks were going to chant for Patty and her mom, and today I'd like all of us to just be thinking about that. In the midst of so many other things, it's easy for us to forget that we're losing people. We're losing people every day, and we're losing it to a disease right now that we're being very hopeful about the vaccine, but that's going to take quite a bit of time. So I think we just have to stay vigilant and be very careful. Before I got the message from Patty, I was going to mention today, we had our book group last night, Pema Chodron's Welcoming the Unwelcome, and one of the sections that we commented on and a lot of people caught and paid a lot of attention to, which I thought was wonderful, was when we're upset because of the anger and the frustration and the dissension that other people are putting out into the world, we have to remember that our response should not be the same anger and offensiveness, defensiveness, and putting things out, fighting against their reactions to things, because then we're doing exactly the same thing. And what we're all doing is putting that negative energy out into the world. And all of our meditation practices are about awakening that beautiful heart of ours, awakening, we call it bodhicitta, and awakening and finding that essentially beautiful part of us, the true nature that we can express, and then expressing it and letting that be our practice, is to finding that goodness within and then allowing it to radiate out. First finding it for ourselves, and then let that be what's spreading out from us. And so we need to recognize that even with political things going out into the world, if we're unhappy with it, our response, let's work on not letting our response be the same kind of anger and negativity that we're feeling, maybe some of us feel assaulted by. So we have to do something different. And that brings me back to what I wanted to say about our practice this morning. If we can sit here and be dedicating our practice to Patty and her family, and especially her mom, Laverne, what we put out when we meditate is the best of that goodness, because we're breathing in and breathing out. And what we're able to do is we're getting in touch with the goodness. And we're purifying our own minds by focusing on that instead of the negative. And then as we do our practice, especially we talk about it when we're practicing loving kindness, which is metta practice, and practicing compassion and sympathetic joy for the success of others, and equanimity. We always talk about these as boundless practices. We're radiating these qualities out, and it becomes a boundless radiation out of these good thoughts, these good images in our head, these good feelings towards others. And that's what we want to do when we're practicing metta for someone. And when it's someone who may be dying or has recently died, that calmness that comes from our radiating out this loving kindness quality and goodwill, that actually is calming. And it can be very calming to the person who's passing. Or if a baby's being born, a being born into the world can be calmed by that kind of energy. And that's what we're always wanting to practice. Let the energy that we put out be peaceful, calming, loving energy. There's no need for it to be negative and angry and charged with that anxiety, that worry, that fear that often comes out as anger. So that was a connection I was thinking about, and it's even more important now, thinking about what's going on in the world in terms of, we have people dying every day and more, and we're still not wanting to be completely taking it seriously. I think a lot of us, and I'm sure I have moments, we feel like, well, we've already done that, staying at home and isolating, and we don't want to do it again. Well, if we need to do it again to help people continue on their life's journey, and to help people from having a chronic illness caused by getting the COVID-19 and maybe recovering, but having long-term issues they have to deal with. If we want to stay healthy, we need to be sending out all the good thoughts we can, and those good thoughts will include people staying safe and taking the precautions they need to, which is simply wearing a mask and keeping some distance between ourselves and others. So let's spend the time we have together now just practicing breathing with Laverne and breathing with Patty, and anybody else you know, and there are other people who are part of our temple family, and I'm sure you have people in your church community or your temple family or your neighborhood or your own family. I'm sure all of us know people who are going through the same thing today, and so you can be thinking about them. So let's close our eyes and relax. And just be aware of your body breathing. And you may be feeling sadness with your breath if you're thinking of your loved ones who are suffering at the moment. But as you just stay with your body breathing, breathe in that awareness of others having difficulty breathing, others needing our good thoughts out into the air. So as you breathe in, take all of the suffering in, take all of the difficulties in, and don't allow it to contaminate you, but allow yourself then to send out beautiful thoughts and your beautiful breath to cleanse the air and set in motion these good feelings for those who are suffering, for your own loved ones who are suffering. Let your out-breath be full of calm, loving thoughts. Let go of worry and fear and anxiety and anger. And be available for those suffering at this moment. Send out peace. Breathing in, feel the beautiful ability your body has to just keep going for us, to keep breathing for us. And breathe out peace. Peace to everyone struggling to breathe. Peace to everyone with any fear or worry or doubt or even anger in their minds. Bring in peace to soothe your own heart and to open that heart and send out peace. Breathe out peace. With each breath out, feel your heart opening, embracing more and more of the world. Breathe in peace for yourself. And then as you breathe out, let that peace move out to the world. First, let it move out to those closest to you, to your loved ones, to people you know who are suffering right now. Send them peace. Let their journey forward be filled with peace. May they be calm. May they have a beautiful rebirth or find the heaven that they've been waiting for. May they be free of fear. Now, if you have loved ones who are healing and recovering, breathe in peace for yourself, and then breathe out healing and recovery. To your loved ones. Breathe out wishes for their continual healing. May they have patience and be cared for lovingly as they recover. Let each breath in bring peace into you, and each breath out send peace out to others. Now breathe in peace for yourself and breathe out the strength and the peace for others who are taking care of those who are ill. Those people who are frontline workers and exposing themselves every day to dangers and to sadness and to grief. Breathe in peace for yourself and breathe out blessings of safety and courage. And stability for each of these essential workers in hospitals, in care centers for our elderly, in grocery stores. So many people keeping us going at cost to themselves. So breathe in the peace for you, and then breathe out peace and wholeness for all of these helpers. Now let's just stay with our breath. Be aware of your body breathing in and breathing out. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in loving kindness and breathe out loving kindness. Breathe in compassion and breathe out compassion to all beings everywhere. Feel yourself breathing for all beings being born at this moment and all beings who are passing away. Let your peace help them, comfort them, and help them in the passage. Those beings moving into new territory. Send your calm, loving kindness to surround them. May everyone here, in thinking of the ones coming and going into our lives, will be breathing for you and your loved ones all today. And may peace be with all of you. I'll see you Thursday. Just keep breathing.